this ASMR football video. Today I am discussing the 2025-26 Fantasy Premier League game and some of the changes for the upcoming season. There have been some interesting price and positional changes, with Mo Salah, the most expensive player in the game, at 14.5 million, which is a price increase of 2 million. I think most people will still have him in their team from the off, and I probably will. Alexander Isak has also increased by 2 million from last season and starts at 10.5 million. Morgan Rogers is up by 2 million, but Erling Haaland has dropped by 1 million. In terms of the positional changes, Jared Bowen is an interesting one, as he has remained popular as a pick in midfield, but he is now a forward. Matthias Cunha, Omar Mamouche and Cody Gakpo have gone from forwards to midfielders. I would never consider any of them as a midfielder personally, but the positional aspect of the game is simplistic, which I guess is understandable. We can also see that Miles Lewis-Skelly is now a defender, and so is Matheus Nunes. One of the most interesting changes is the chips. Last season we had the assistant manager chip, and while I got the impression many players did not enjoy it, I thought it was okay as something different, just to mix it up a little. But I'm not surprised that it has not returned this season. So, in this campaign, the triple captain, wildcard, bench boost and free hit chips can be used twice, once in the first half of the season and once in the second half of the season. There is also the additional transfers for the Africa Cup of Nations, which takes place in January 2026. So the total number of transfers we will have will be topped up to the maximum of 5 in game week 16. That means there is the possibility of making 10 transfers over 2 game weeks without using a chip. I think that's fine, but coupled with the 2 sets of 4 chips, it seems a bit overkill to me. I think we may see some big point swings during the season, and perhaps it will make the game a little more random and less strategic. I don't know, I guess the chips will not feel as valuable as they did previously, and teams will be changing a lot throughout the season, which could make it more interesting. The rules for assists have changed, and now, if a pass is deflected, the intended target of the pass does not matter. If the ball reaches a player in the penalty area and he scores, it is an assist. I guess the key thing to note here is that the player receiving the ball must be in the penalty area. A goal scored outside the box will not count. We then come to defensive contributions, and these include clearances, blocks, tackles, and interceptions for defenders. And recoveries are also included for midfielders and forwards. Players can receive a maximum of 2 points for defensive contributions. Also, for bonus points, more importance will be placed on a shot saved by a goalkeeper from inside the penalty area, and tackles and goal line clearances will contribute more to bonus points. So yeah, I think obviously the increase in the chips will be the big talking point here. I think it will make for a more interesting start to the season, as some of the chips were often kept back for the second half of the campaign. The first set of chips cannot be carried over, so, in most cases, we will all be using them. I think overall it is interesting, and I like the game to change from one season to the next, as it keeps it fresh. Thank you for watching this ASMR football video. I appreciate it. let me know your thoughts on the changes, and I hope to share my FPL progress on this channel throughout the season.